Hi team, welcome to your Daily Sādhana. My name is Caiti, I use she, her pronouns, and welcome to your practice. Today's idea is us kind of moving around the mat a little bit more, so we're working in what's called a Mandala fashion, and that simply means that we're going to be using all four sides of the mat. So I want you to immediately give yourself grace. For whatever reason, the moment we step on the yoga mat, rights and lefts just kind of like leave, so give yourself grace to do that and to misstep a couple times and have to turn around a couple times. I am quite certain I will be doing that with you. So we're all just going to be in this kind of fluid state, moving around together. Little side body extensions, a little bit of twisting here and there, but overall, just a good, well-rounded practice to kind of get you out of your head and a little bit more into your body. Okay. Now, to begin, I just want you to have the props that you desire near you. So you might have blocks, you might have books, bolsters, straps, any of the things that make you feel good in your practice, and have them close by. And then we'll come to a comfortable position to begin practice. So for me, I'm going to come to a child's pose just because I need a little bit more stretch in my upper legs. If you would prefer, you can lie down on your belly with your forearms stacked, called crocodile pose. You can stay in a comfortable seat, of course, Sukhasana, or you're welcome to lie down onto your back. Make a conscious decision into where you would like to begin your practice. And I want you to ground down, really feel the earth underneath you, whether it's under your back, under your palms, or under your sits bones. And once you feel the foundation on which you lie, begin to move your awareness to your internal self. Start to notice your breathing without trying to control it. Just notice the pattern, the cadence. And this is what we're here to do, is to uncover, to unravel, but not to judge. Finding all parts of ourselves, uncovering all aspects of our existence, but with curiosity rather than judgment. And then slowly you might make your breath just a little bit louder as you bring your awareness to your mind, using every breath to cleanse the thoughts that have popped through and are maybe staying just for a couple seconds too long. And the practice is designed to pull you out of your head, release these thoughts a little bit quicker than they arrive, so that you can focus on feeling grounded and stable within your physical form and cleansed through your internal self. It's a lofty goal for a 60-minute practice, but we take them one at a time. And take a big breath in, and then a big breath out. 2 more. Take a breath in through your nose. Breath out across the lips. And 1 more to cleanse. Breathe in. And out. Start to seal your lips and breathe in and out of your nose. Conjure up your Ujjayi breath. Your breath of fire, your breath of intention, and your breath of awareness. The breath that you can hear and that you can link to each and every individual movement that you make with purpose. Steady breath in. Out of the nose, breathe out. Now, make your way to tabletop. And depending upon where you begin your practice, you might be pulling forward, you might be rolling to a seat first, or just crossing over your ankles and rolling over your knees. Find your all fours and plant your palms into the ground. And take a breath in for cow pose. Soften your belly towards the floor. Pull your collarbones and your tailbone up. And then exhale for cat pose. Round and curl, dome through your spine. Push your lungs into the ceiling. Inhale, cow pose. Press your collarbones forward and out. And exhale, cat pose. Tuck your tailbone. Point it to the floor like an arrow. And inhale for cow. Lift up, pull your shoulder blades together. Exhale for cat. Strengthen through your chest. Pull your collarbones towards each other. Find a neutral tabletop on your breath in. And then on your breath out, send your right heel to the back of the room and then reach your left fingertips forward. Like you're going to shake someone's hand, palm faces inward. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, round and curl, hug your elbow to meet your knee. On your inhale, find a reach. And then exhale, just tap your left fingertips towards your back heel. Inhale to reach forward. And then exhale for an awkward airplane. So left hand to the left, right foot to the right, hovering, holding. One more like that. Breathe in, reach forward. Exhale, crunch elbow to knee. Reach out, breathe in. And then reach back, fingertips to back toes. Inhale to reach. And then exhale, awkward airplane, moving your hands and feet opposite. Inhale, come back through center. And then exhale, plant your left palm. Tuck your left toes. Inhale, three-legged downward facing dog. Reach your right leg high to the sky. Find an extension from the crown of your head through your right heel. Take a breath in. And then exhale, step the right foot in between your palms and set your left knee down to the ground. Inhale, reach up, low crescent lunge. And then I want you to take a bind in the arm. So opposite hand to opposite elbow. Remember which one you have. I'll ask you for the other on the other side. And then start to melt the hips forward. Like you're playing with a little bit of a back bend here. Start to lift your heart space or your chest up closer to the ceiling. Melt the hips closer to the floor so that your body feels like it's being pulled in opposite directions. Breathe in. And breathe out. And on your inhale, reach the fingertips up overhead. Tuck your back toes. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left foot to meet the right, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Create some space. Pull your chest parallel to the ground. Put the weight a little bit more into your toes so that your hips can align closer on top of your heels. And breathe in. And breathe out to fold. Rise up for mountain pose or to the Hastasana. Push into your feet. Reach up with your hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reach the arms up. Find an inhale. And fold down, fold forward on the exhale. Halfway lift. Create some space. As you exhale, step back to a high plank position and just hold. Breathe. Push the ground away here. Be here. Make space between your shoulder blades here. Rock forward onto your tiptoes. And then lower all the way down to your belly, knees, chest, then chin. We'll move into rolling cobras. So take your fingertips to the outside edges of your mat, like you have little cupcakes underneath them. Nose to the ground, feet hip-width distance apart, tops of the feet stay planted. Inhale, roll up for your rolling cobra. Pull your chest up like a wave. And then in the same way, lower all the way back down. Roll up. As you roll up, feet press down, breathe in. Now exhale, lower, release. One more time. Breathe in, roll up, press down. And then slowly release back down. And tuck your toes, plant your palms. Tabletop position, please. And then from here, send your left heel to the back of the room. And then send your right hand forward. Again, palm shake fashion, so palm faces in. Thumb up, heel up, breathe in. Exhale, tap elbow to knee underneath you, round and curl. Inhale to extend. And then up overhead behind you, tap your right fingertips towards your left toes. Inhale, reach out. And exhale for awkward airplane, left foot to the left, right hand to the right. And inhale back through center, one more time. Exhale, round and curl, hug in, elbow to knee. Reach forward. A little quarter bow tap, right fingertips, left toes. Inhale to reach. And exhale, awkward airplane, kick to the sides. Inhale to re-extend, and then right palm sets down. Breathe out, tuck your right toes. Inhale, three-legged downward facing dog. Lift the left heel and extend it back. Pay more attention to your length than to your height. Breathe in. Exhale, step the left foot in between your palms, and then set your right knee down to the ground. Inhale, low crescent lunge, sweep all the way up. Bind opposite hand to opposite elbow in the alternative way that you did the first time, and then slowly start to melt. Keep pressing the back of your head into your forearms to pull your shoulders open. Relax them away from your ears and melt your hips towards the floor. On your inhale, re-extend the fingertips up, lengthen up. Back toes tuck, exhale, forward fold. Hands plant, then footsteps. Halfway lift, make room, and fold back down. Rise up, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reach up on your inhale. Fold forward on your exhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, palm the mat, step back to your high plank position. Shift forward, breathe in. Lower all the way to your belly on the breath out. This time, leave your fingertips close to your first set of ribs. Keep the tops of the feet down. Inhale, cobra pose or bhujangasana. Just lift the chest here. Push the tops of the feet into the mat. Hands are light. And then exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale, cobra pose. Hands get lighter. And exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale, lift up, lengthen up, hold up. Breathe for 3. Press feet down for 2. Lift the chest up for 1. Lower and let go. Tuck your toes, tabletop or plank you choose. And downward facing dog, we'll meet there. We'll take out the tabletop work, but we'll continue with our sun salutation movements. Reach your right leg high, please, 3-point. Exhale, step the right foot in between your palms. Drop your left knee down, reach the fingertips up overhead, take a big inhale. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat, left foot meets right. Halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up for mountain pose. Big breath in. Hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Urdhva Hastasana, reach the hands up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, please, find length. Step your right foot back, right knee sets down, other side. Inhale, low crescent lunge. Big inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant the palms, tuck the left toes, lift the hips. Roll forward to your plank. Lower halfway or all the way, knees or toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the heart forward, knees come up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips with the strength of your core. Left leg, 3-point, please. Breathe in. Exhale, step all the way through. Right knee drops, arms lift up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, top of the mat. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale to fold. Rise up, Urdhva Hastasana, hands overhead. Hands to heart center, breathe out. Arms reach up. And we hinge, fold down. Halfway lift. Step the left leg back, set your left knee down. Anjaneyasana, reach the arms up, reach the chest up. Downward facing dog, plant palms, lift the hips. Inhale, high plank. Then exhale, lower halfway. Upward facing dog, take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips. 1 more time, we'll skip the chaturangas. Reach the right leg high, 3-point. Exhale, step the right foot through, drop the back knee. Anjaneyasana, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward, top of the mat. Halfway lift. And back to a fold, ride your breath. Inhale, up, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in, reach up. Fold forward, breathe out. Halfway lift. Step the right leg back, right knee sets down. Lift the arms, lift the chest, breathe in. Exhale, plant palms. 3-point on the left side, left leg lifts. And then it steps right back in between the palms. Drop the back knee, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, top of the mat, halfway lift. And fold back down. Rise up, full breath in. Hands to heart center, breath out. Arms reach, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Step your left leg back, left knee sets down. Anjaneyasana, rise up, breathe in. Plant palms, breathe out. 3-legged dog, right leg lifts, inhale. Downward facing dog on the breath out. Inhale, roll forward. And then 1 chaturanga, lower halfway. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Steady breath in. Steady breath out. We'll start to move a little bit around the room. So keep your ears open. And we'll do this together. Reach your right leg high, 3-legged downward facing dog. Bend your right knee and peel your hip open. Try to kick your right heel towards your left glute. Drop your right shoulder back down in line with your left and push into your right palm. Inhale for 3-point. Exhale, set the right foot in between your palms. Drop your left knee down to the ground. And this time, on your inhale, Anjaneya side stretch. So right fingertips crawl to the right, and then your left fingertips reach over towards the right. Now you can always pull a block underneath your right hand. That'll bring the floor just a little bit closer to where you are. Breathe in. Feel that deep side stretch and hip stretch on the breath out. One more inhale here, tuck your back toes. Exhale, Skandasana on the same side. So stay up at the top of your mat and just pivot to a lateral lunge, facing the long edge of your space. You can stay as low as you want to, lift as high as you'd like to. Pay no attention to whether or not your heel touches the floor. It doesn't change the posture at all. Breath in. Breath out. On your inhale, warrior 2 to the back of your space. So bend into your left knee, charge the fingertips forward, and take up your mat. Ground into the knife edge of your right foot, so you have a little bit more grounding here. And think about pulling your arches up off of the floor, so we start to ground into all 3 points of our feet. Breath in, reach the arms forward and back. Exhale for side angle, left forearm, left thigh. Back hand either reaches overhead or straight up towards the ceiling. Figure out what you want to do. An encouragement for the overhead reach, since we're working on the side body lengthening a little bit more today. Breathe in. And breathe out. And stay here. Then a little more length. Breathe in. And out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in your left knee. Reach your left fingertips up and back. Scrape the ceiling along the way and lean. Breathe in. Exhale, standing splits. A little bit of momentum. Palms plant, and then right toes will lift away from the floor. Now, standing splits is an arbitrary phrase. It does not mean you have to be doing the splits. So let your right heel lift as high as you want it to. Start to think about this almost like a single-legged forward fold. So the bravery is in walking your hands towards your feet and looking past your left foot towards the back of the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Set the right foot down. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink the hips low and then reach the fingertips anywhere. They can reach up, straight forward, or maybe be at your heart center. Take a moment to tuck the tailbone, pull the knees behind the toes, and place the weight back into your heels. Breath in. Exhale, step the left leg back, arrow lunge. Reach your fingertips long behind you. We're staying with the right leg forward. Like your triceps are going to support the ceiling, reach the fingertips up, strengthen through the back of the arms. Draw the belly button up and away from your front thigh. And then the right hip pulls back in space. You can find length in your right femur bone. Breathe in. And breathe out. Star pose. Let your left arm lead you. Reach all the way up. Stand all the way tall. Triangle pose to the front of the room. Left toes go forward. Hinge at your hips towards the back of your mat. And then now reach forward and down. I'm going to use a block on the outside edge of my left foot so I can lean into something and be a little further away from the floor. Try to ripple the mat between your feet by engaging through your inner thighs. It is not a change that you'll be able to physically see. It is a change that you can feel. And sometimes those are the most important changes we can make. Breath in. And a breath out. Bend through your left knee, please. Inhale, revolved side angle. So that block is going to come under my right hand instead. I'll come high up on my left toes and then twist to the left. Take a breath in here. And take a breath out. Ground the hands and ground the back knee. Inhale, side bend towards the left side. So left hand stays down, right arm reaches up and over. We're just going to go right into the other side. We'll start on the left side with the other one so we can find that 3-point extension. Breathe in. And breathe out. And take an inhale, lift up a little more. Exhale, Skandasana on the same side. Stay at the top of the mat and find your lateral lunge. Focus on your right toes pulling upward towards the ceiling and then back towards your shins. We don't want our feet to be moving too much within our transitions. So if they're already pointing where we're headed, we're going to be set up for success. Breath in. Breath out. To the back of the mat we go. Inhale, warrior two. Bend your right knee, flay your arms out north and south, and then settle the shoulders. Pull your right knee closer to your right pinky toe, and then stack the shoulders on top of your hips. So a lot of times I find myself leaning really far forward because I kind of like to know what's next. And so it's that physical representation of being comfortable here, shoulders over hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now extended side angle. Right forearm, right thigh, top hand overhead, bicep by the ear, or maybe up towards the sky. Regardless of the thematics of the class, I want you to make the decision that works best for you. Pull the right shoulder through so that you feel like your chest is more open towards the sky. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right fingertips up and away. Bend deeply into your right knee so you can lean back with leverage. And then exhale, standing splits. Cartwheel your way down to the ground and then swing your left toes up towards the sky. Let your left toes land where they land. And if you fall over like me, welcome. You can walk your hands back towards your feet. You might start to want to balance, challenge yourself, and wrap your hands around your ankle. Breathe in. And breathe out. Left foot to the ground. Inhale, chair pose. Breath in. Right foot steps back, please. Arrow lunge. Breathe out. High up on your right toes. And then think about rolling a marble from the crown of your head down towards your right heel. So we have that long line of diagonal energy from crown to the end of our back foot. Breathe in. And breathe out. Star pose. Come all the way up. Create a lot of space. And then right into triangle pose. Right toes go back to the front. Hinge the hips to the back. And then lower down. Again, I'll use a block. You are welcome to use anything or nothing. Your shin might feel a little bit more secure, or even your hand to your thigh will get a little higher. But take what you need. Where you put your hands doesn't change the name of the posture, doesn't make it better, harder, or stronger. You are where you are. Breathe in. And breathe out. And pivot to the ground, please. Inhale, revolved side angle. Come high up on your back toes, bend your right knee, and then sweep your right arm up towards the sky as you twist. Snuggle your left shoulder closer to your right knee. But your right knee still stays on top of your right ankle, so it actually keeps pushing away from your shoulder. Breath in. Exhale, ground the back knee down, ground your hands. From here, let's start to flow. So right fingertips to the right, inhale, side body bend. Exhale, Skandasana, top of the mat. Breathe in for warrior two, back of the mat. Side angle as you breathe out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Then exhale for standing splits. Find a little cartwheel, and if you want some handstand hops, go for it. Inhale, chair pose, right foot down, sink the hips. Left leg back, arrow lunge. Star pose, reach up, get really big. Triangle pose to the front on the breath out. Inhale, revolved side angle, change your stance, reach your left arm towards the sky. Exhale, ground hands, ground back knee. Breathe in, side body stretch to the left. Exhale, Skandasana, face the right. Inhale, warrior two to the back. And exhale, side angle. Reverse warrior, right arm up and away. Standing splits. Reach the left leg as high as you want. Inhale, chair pose, feet together or apart. Breath in. Right leg steps back, arrow lunge. Breathe out. Star pose, open up really wide. Triangle pose to the front, let the momentum take you. Revolve side angle. High on the back toes, twist to the right. Exhale, drop the back knee down. Inhale, side stretch to the right. Right hand down, left arm up. And exhale, Skandasana, face the left side of your room. Warrior two, breath in. Side angle, breathe out. Reverse warrior, up and away. And then standing splits, palms hit first, right toes follow. Inhale, chair pose, both feet down. Lift the heart, ground down. Left leg back, arrow lunge, breathe out. Star pose, take a moment, breathe in. And then triangle pose to the front, breathe out. Inhale, revolve side angle, right hand comes to the ground, left arm to the sky. And exhale, ground everything. To the left, side stretch, left hand down, right arm up. Exhale, Skandasana to the right. Warrior two, back of your space. Side angle, breathe out. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Standing splits, back of the mat, breathe out. Chair pose, sink low, reach high. Right leg back, arrow lunge, breath out. Star pose, breathe in. Front of the room, triangle pose, exhale. Revolve, side angle, left palm down, right palm high. This time, exhale forward, fold, left foot meets right. Inhale, mountain pose, roll up, lift up, breathe in. Hands to heart center, breathe out. Breath in. Breath out. One more, breathe in, clear. Breathe out, cleanse. Arms up on the inhale. Fold forward on the exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank to low plank, or skip it. Upward facing, breath in. Downward facing on the breath out. Steady inhale. And steadier exhale. From here, we'll take it to the left side first. Reach your left leg high, 3-point. Exhale, step the left foot in between your palms. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. So we've been here before. And we'll just start to expand upon some of the things we know and or some of the muscles we've already worked and stretched. Take a breath in. Exhale, half splits. Push your hips back and use your blocks to support you. So as you lengthen through your left leg, flare the left toes high. And rather than feeling like you want to sit back onto your right heel, I'll encourage you to stay forward with the back hip lifted. That way we can also focus one piece at a time, right? On the left hamstring. Your depth not necessarily is the focus. Your intention is the focus. So being in one place at one time. We are out of our minds, we are into our bodies, and we're focusing here on what's happening now. Breath in. Breath out. Keep your right hand onto a block, please. Inhale, revolved, half splits. Left fingertips reach towards the sky. Find some length, create some space as you pull your left hip back and reach your left arm up. Breath in. As you exhale, bend through the left knee, wide-legged forward fold to the right side of your space. Lift the hips, hang the head heavy, take a moment, take a breath. As we move through this breath to movement, it'll be a little bit more like a pause, but that's okay. Breath in, and a breath out. And one more inhale. And one more exhale. On your inhale, horizon lunge to the back of your mat. I told you. Crawl to the back of your mat, just like a revolved side angle, but this time we fall to the outer blades of both feet. So finding expansiveness from the foundation you've created, trust that your body can do this and it knows where to go. Right fingertips reach back towards your bottom leg and lift through the heart space. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, pyramid pose or a long stance pyramid pose. So stay high up on your back toes and straighten through your right leg-ish, okay? So we don't have to have pin straight everything. We're never trying to lock out our joints. So bend your right knee at least a little so that your hips can kind of flare up and back, and then your collarbones can reach forward. Lengthen the spine is one thing that we want to find integrity in, especially in the folds. So rather than focusing on the straightness of your front leg, focus on the length and expansion of your spine. Steady on the breath in. Steady on the breath out. Bend into your right knee. Inhale, chair pose. Step the left foot to meet the right, and then sink the hips low. This time, exhale, pull your hands to your heart center. Pull the right leg up on the inhale, stork pose. And then exhale, figure four, cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Draw your hips back and down, just like you were doing in your chair pose. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, reach the right knee back up. And then exhale for warrior three. Kick your right heel to the back or original front of your room. And step the back toes down and inhale for goddess pose. So we'll sink down into almost what feels like a sumo squat here. Chest up, arms can be out, arms can be at heart center or onto your inner thighs. Understand that your arms are more of an expression of the posture rather than the powerhouse of them. So anchor into your legs and then let your arm kind of free float what you need. Steady, breathe in. And breathe out. Expand more, breathe in. Warrior two, breath out. Reverse triangle, please. Reach your right hand up and back, but straighten through your right leg this time. So now a full body extension, fingertips to toes. And then exhale, cartwheel yourself towards the ground. And drop your left knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Reach the fingertips up overhead. We'll take this to the other side. As you exhale, find half splits. Shift your hips back, lengthen your right toes towards the sky. Keep the hips lifted away from the back heel, and then think about the collarbones going forward. So we've done a pyramid pose on this side already, so we kind of just recognize the differences in the way that our hamstrings are being moved and asked to move. A little softer, a little stronger, but we're creating that balance, not only within our hamstrings, right, but within ourselves. Pull the collarbones forward, breathe in. Then a little bit of a fold on the breath out. Left hand's gonna stay where it is. Inhale, revolved half splits. Reach your right fingertips towards the sky as you plug your right hip back into its socket. Very, very natural for the right hip to wanna flare out to the side. So we're just making that accountability connection to hug it back in. Take a breath in where you are. And then exhale, bend the right knee to get to a wide-legged forward fold facing the left side of your room. Let your head hang heavy. Take a moment, take a breath. And again, like I said, as we move this breath to movement, it'll be more of a pause. So I might not fold all the way down. I might just use it as a space to kind of crawl hand over hand to where we're going next. I'm only telling you what I'm doing. That does not mean you have to do it. And sometimes, all the time, rather, I really like that part of the practice. That we have to listen to the teacher and then make a decision. You do not have to follow me, but you do have to decide for yourself if what I'm saying feels right and aligned. Alignment does not mean without challenge. Alignment means that it's moving you in a forward direction. Breathe in. And breathe out. On your inhale, horizon lunge to the back of your mat. Pivot all 10 toes to the back, and then drop to the outer blades of both feet as you sweep around to stretch the outer hips. Reach your left fingertips towards your bottom leg. Pull the heart open. Breath in. Exhale, long stance pyramid. Keep your feet where they are. Stay high up on your back toes and hinge. And again, a bend, micro or macro in your left knee, and push into the big toe sides of both feet. Lengthen through the collarbones, through the chest. And as you keep folding, keep finding length in your spine. Breath in. And then breath out. Bend your left knee. Inhale, chair pose. Right foot lands, then the chest rises. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the left knee up for stork pose. Maybe. And then exhale, figure four. Cross the left ankle over your right thigh. Sits bones sit back. Chest stays lifted. And a single focal point in front of you is going to be helpful for balance. Inhale, pull the left knee up. And exhale, kick the left foot back, warrior three. Steady on the breath in. And then the left toes land, breathe out. Inhale, goddess pose. Sink into your sumo squat. Find a bind in your arms, find openness in your arms. I'm gonna interlace my fingertips behind me this time. I need a little bit more space between my shoulders. And breathe in. And breathe out. One more, inhale. And then exhale. Guide the arms open, breath in. Exhale, warrior two on the breath out. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten through the left leg, left fingertips reach up, up, up. And exhale, cartwheel down to the ground and drop your right knee. Breath to movement. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, lift the arms, lift the chest. Exhale for half splits, shift back. Revolved half splits, left arm up, breathe in. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, breath out. Keep crawling. Inhale, horizon lunge towards the back on the breath in. Exhale, long stance pyramid, breathe out. Inhale, chair pose, left foot meets right, lift the arms. Hands to heart center, exhale. Right knee lifts, breath in. Figure four, breathe out. Rise back up on your inhale. Warrior 3, as you exhale. Inhale for goddess, step back, burst open. Warrior 2, back to the front. Reverse triangle, right arm lifts, right leg straightens. Exhale, ground everything, hands and back knee. Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Exhale, half splits, push the hips back. Revolved half splits. Inhale, right hand up to the sky. Exhale, wide-legged, pass through. Inhale, horizon lunge, right hand down, spin open to the left. Exhale, long stance, pyramid. Inhale, chair pose, bend to come forward. Hands to heart center, breathe out. Left knee lifts, inhale. Figure 4 on the exhale. Stork pose as we come back up. And exhale, warrior 3, push your foot to the back of the room. Inhale, goddess pose, open up. Warrior 2, back to the front. Reverse triangle, lift up and away. One more time on each side, cartwheel down, ground the right knee. Anjaneyasana, lift up, breathe in. Exhale, half splits. Revolved half splits, left arm up. Exhale, wide-legged pass through. Inhale, horizon lunge. Left hand down, pivot open to the right. Exhale, long stance, pyramid. Inhale for chair pose, left foot meets, lift the arms and the chest. And exhale, hands to heart center. Right knee lifts, take a breath in. And then figure 4, breathe out. Reach the right knee back up. Exhale, warrior 3, kick back. Goddess pose, step down and then open. Warrior 2, breathe out to the front. Reverse triangle, lift up and away. Last time, exhale, ground it all. Fingertips and back knee. Anjaneyasana, lift the arms, chest up. Exhale, half splits, push the hips back. Revolved half splits, pull your right fingertips up. Exhale, wide-legged pass through towards the left. Inhale, horizon lunge, right hand down, open up to the other side of your mat. Exhale, long stance, pyramid. And inhale for chair pose, right foot steps up, breath in. Hands to heart center, breathe out. Left knee lifts, inhale. Figure 4, breath out. Rise back up, stork pose. And then kick to the back of the mat as you breathe out. Goddess, open up really wide. With strength to the front of the room, warrior 2. Reverse triangle, breath in. Exhale, ground your hands, low lunge. Step forward, inhale, mountain pose, push down, lift up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breath in. Breath out. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. Lift the arms up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, squat, round, and curl. So hug high up onto your tiptoes, and then sits bones towards your heels. And then you can stay right here, palms to the ground, absolutely. You might want to round your arms around your shins and hug it a little bit more tight. And you've done it. You've moved, offered your breath, stayed very focused on your movements rather than your thoughts. And you're here, where you've chosen to be. Breath in. As you exhale, come down to a seat. We did it. Okay. If you're dizzy, same. So we're coming down to the ground and we'll start to just stretch a little bit more together. So take your blocks with you, pull them a little bit closer towards where your hip points are. And then send your legs out forward in front of you. So we'll take a seated forward fold first, and then we'll kind of play around with one leg and then the other, moving it into a half shoelace pose, getting into the outer hips a little bit more. And you're very welcome to always sit on a block to kind of lift the sits bones so you can fold not further, but a little more comfortably, right? So any of the good stuff, get that out of the way, out from underneath you. Reach the arms up on the inhale. And fold forward on the exhale. Now, I will tell you something that my therapist says to me pretty often. I'm not sure if I've said it here yet, but I typically say it in the beginning of class. But every time I walk into the room, she asks me to act as if I am in a snow globe that has been shaken up completely, where everything is all over the place, all the confetti or the snow or the glitter is everywhere. And before I do anything else or say anything else, I have to let that glitter settle. And it takes a minute. And I kind of feel like that's what we just did. We moved around the room, we shook everything up, we got everything out. And now it has to settle. And it's worth the wait, because it means that once everything settles, we know where it is and we know whether or not we want to pick it up and take it with us. And so then our next set of movements after this class are far more intentional than the ones before it. And sometimes we need to shake ourselves up a little bit to actually let things settle in the right place. And very slowly, I want you to roll up. And then take your right leg, and we'll take it into a shoelace or a half Gomukhasana setup. So your right knee and your left knee are going to stack on top of each other. I'll face you so you can kind of see this in a little bit of a different way. And so I'm not necessarily foot on the ground for my right foot. The sole of my right foot is facing the back of the room, and the blade side edge is actually what's anchored down. So this is a half shoelace or a half Gomukhasana. And if it feels more comfortable, you can place a block kind of in between here, or maybe a pillow might feel a little bit nicer, but something just to hold you up. So here we are for a breath in, and then we'll slowly fold on the breath out. But when we get to the other side, the left side, if you have any sciatica pain like I do, it's going to feel really, really good. So brace ourselves for that excitement. And slowly just soften through your shoulders. Make space between them, but not because of strength, but because of softness. The strength is what shakes things up, right? The strength is what moves all of that confetti around. And the softness is what lies within us to let that land the way it's supposed to release control of where things go, where things fall, and to know that they're going to land in the right place, whether it is right next to us or very, very far away. It's a practice of trust within ourselves, of trust within the universe, and trust within the way that we interact with each other. And slowly press yourself up. And then this time, I want you to stamp the sole of your right foot actually onto the ground. Your right knee is going to hug in. Right arm goes behind you, left arm up. And exhale, find a seated twist over towards the right side of your space. Lift the crown of your head. And use that press of your elbow and your thigh together to deepen your twist. Release the need to control the muscles around your belly and start to soften them. You might even look over your right shoulder to find more depth underneath your head. And breath in. And then a breath out, gently release. Send the right leg out and then give it a little bit of a pedal, so kind of move them around. And then we'll do the other side. So left leg comes up and over. Blade side down, sole of the foot facing the back. And then again, use your block if it feels good, kind of snuggling it in between so that my left knee is just a little bit more lifted. And then from here, again, pay attention to the spine. We want to keep that integrity, of course. And then as you exhale, we'll fold forward. So that rounding through the spine and that ever so slight pull on the lower left part of your back. Lean into that. Let it stretch, let it feel good, let yourself soften. If you're anything like me, this is gonna start to creep down into your IT band, so the outside edge of your right leg. And just noticing that extra tension that we might not tend to as often as we should, myself included. I think the other piece of this that I hope everybody knows is that none of us as teachers on this channel or anywhere are preaching to you from a place of getting it. We're not preaching to you from a place of being able to maneuver things perfectly or knowing it all. The best part about the practice is that it doesn't end. It's an ever evolving, constantly learning practice, and we're in it together. It's like we're all walking along this pathway. Some people are in front of us, some people are behind us, and someone might be walking right next to us. We're all on the same journey going forward. We've all just, seen a little bit more of the pathway than others. And breathe in. And breathe out. And very slowly, I want you to press up. And then stamp your left foot down onto the ground. Our seated twist towards the left. So left arm goes behind you, right arm goes up. And then as you exhale, twist towards the left side. Again, use the leverage that you have, right? So press knee and thigh, or knee and elbow rather, in together. Soften around the flexible parts of your spine, your thoracic or the middle spine. And maybe if it feels good in your neck, you gaze over your left shoulder. Steady, breathe in. And breathe out. Come back in and around through center. Send your legs long and then come all the way down to your backs. Keep your props with you, and if you have anything softer, like a pillow or a bolster, this is going to be a really good time. So we'll work into a supported bridge pose. And my offer is to have the block or the bolster or whatever's underneath you on the lowest setting so that you can use it for the next couple postures after that as well. So with your prop on its lowest setting, place it right underneath your sacrum, kind of a little bit above your tailbone or right where the waistband of your pants is going to be. And then you can stay right here because this could feel really good and be more than enough. And you might also want to extend your legs a little bit further out, long. Let your hip flexors flare open and your toes may start to point outward. And let your hands go where they feel the most comfortable. They might rest on your rib cage, on your hips, or even by your side. Allow yourself to start to unravel in a really good way. We shook a lot of things up. We came down to reflect upon them, to let things settle, and now we surrender to where they are. And not necessarily to where they are, right? To where we are. The surrendering doesn't mean that you don't have dreams of being elsewhere. Surrendering to where you are is simply about understanding that this is the part of the journey that you are on. By no means does that mean it's over. Take a steady breath in. And a steady breath out. you can stay right here. You might move to legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. And so legs up the wall or a waterfall pose is a really good way to loosen the low back, to take a little bit of pressure off of the ankles and the feet. Maybe loosen a little bit of inflammation. And just give gratitude and rest to the parts of us that move us forward physically. Acknowledge where you are. Acknowledge what surrounds you. Acknowledge the people you have surrounded yourself with. And we talk about in the yoga practice this idea of santosha or contentment. And so kind of that idea of, all right, well, wherever the confetti fell, that's good. That's good for me right now. Contentment and complacency are very different. So when we say content, we mean we're good with where we are. Right now, I surrender to what is, knowing that it's not always going to be. And so contentment is surrender in addition to desire and determination and effort. So know that just because you're happy doesn't mean you're complacent. And just because you are here now does not mean you will be here always. Pull your knees in towards your chest. You're welcome to use your prop as well, heading into Happy Baby. I'm going to use my block still underneath my sacrum for this because then I'm grabbing for the outside edges of my ankles and it feels a little bit easier. Now you're welcome to grab for the outside edges of your feet, or you can lock your forearms behind your knees. Pull your knees towards the outside edges of your shoulders so they feel like your chest and torso can be in between them. Acknowledge this sense of feeling hugged in, feeling comforted, self-soothed. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one more breath in. And then a breath out. And slowly pull your knees in towards one another. Take the block out from underneath you if you still have it there. And then make your way towards Shavasana. And this can be done in a myriad of ways. So laying on your back, arms long, legs long, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. You might even lie on your side. You might come back to child's pose. But what I encourage you to do is listen to your body and give it the posture that it's desiring. Make the subtle changes so that contentment is within closer reach. Sometimes it's making small changes to be more comfortable within the challenge, and sometimes those changes are just a narrative shift in our minds. And so as you drift off into Shavasana, separate contentment and complacency. You are not complacent. You are not plateauing. You are content. You are content with where you are, knowing that it will not always be the place in which you reside. Your desires, your determination, and your effort will continue to move you forward, and you will find another place in which to be content. You are welcome to stay here as long as you want. If you feel compelled to move and begin the rest of your day or the rest of your evening, just build the awareness in your mind's eye of the room that you're in. Maybe notice some of the sounds that are around you, people in the living room, maybe something in the kitchen. And then slowly start to find a little movement in your fingers and in your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Find a full body stretch. Extend from the back of your mat to the front of your mat. And then we'll eventually make our way to a seat as slowly or as quickly as feels good. We'll meet each other and meet ourselves in a proud and comfortable seat. Guide your hands to your heart center and soften your eyes closed for a last moment to yourself. And then send your thumbs towards your third eye, right between your brows, to acknowledge your seat of all-knowing and intuition. And the teacher within me sees, honors, and encourages the teacher within you. And we bow together towards each other and to ourselves. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. Please always leave any feedback, thoughts, comments, things you would like to practice, and that's exactly what we're here for. So thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.